All Manx beef is farm assured, all welfare standards are met. There's no antibiotics fed to stock. We buy nothing in. We grow our own beans, our own barley and grass.
Locally, you can say that the animal just has to travel into Douglas, which is 8 miles. But if you're buying from the UK, that animal might have travelled 100 miles or 200 miles. It's better all around for the Manx economy that you buy local. The same thing as you hire a joiner. You don't bring somebody in from across. Our relationship is pretty good with Shoprite. I think the way they display the Manx meat is pretty good, and they work well with our abattoir. It is buy local and use local, because if we don't use it, we lose it, and if we lose it, in agriculture, if we lose agriculture, you'll never be certain that you're going to have your food on the table in years to come.
What's the point of bringing it from New Zealand when it's here on your doorstep? Well, the price, I suppose, does come down to at the end of the day, like, doesn't it? But I don't know what price quality, really, isn't it? Support local businesses, really, isn't it? Keep employment on the island.
We grow our own cereals for our own fodder and make our own silage for feeding the cows and cattle. It's produced on the island, it's a short distance to the abattoir, and it's processed over here, so you're not talking about big food miles. And we have full traceability from birth right through to the meat processing. It might be cheaper, yes, this other meat, is brought in, but at the end of the day, you're getting a good quality farm assured product from Manx meat. The meat is well hung and processed properly. Manx meat will beat anything at the end of the day.
These are the healthiest pigs that I've ever had, and I've looked after quite a few pigs in my 22 years doing pig keeping. You can only believe where the other stuff has come from, and to be fair, you haven't a clue how the animals are,
9 miles from here to Douglas, that's it. It's got to be healthier, less stress on the animals, and better for everybody, I would say. I'm sure an awful lot of the produce that we produce on the farm will be going through Shoprite, with it being one of the main sort of supporters of local produce. I think they're doing a very good job in supporting local produce.
It comes down to food miles and that sort of thing, which is a big issue these days, isn't it? And as far as I'm concerned, the welfare of the stock on the Isle of Man is second to none, and if it can only travel to Douglas and then back to Port Erin to go in the butcher's shop, or to Ramsey to go in the butcher's shop, it can't be better than that for food miles, can it? So
we started 7 years ago with one shed with 500 hens, and over the last 7 years we've expanded to 9 sheds with nearly 7,000 birds in. Our aim is to get the product onto the retailer's shelves within 48 hours of lay. The freshness of an imported egg might be a week old before you can actually eat that product. Manx farmers produce fantastically tasting meat, and it's all reared to the top standards, just like our hens are all looked after to a very high standard. I think that Shoprite do a fantastic job to support all the producers on the island.
We live and farm at Croydon Farm in Andreas. We farm beef and sheep. We have a commercial herd where we're supplying beef for the Manx market, but we also have pedigree British Blues where we're producing bulls that we then sell on to other farmers. There's an awful lot of good farmers on the Isle of Man that know how to breed the best beef, breed the best lamb. They're eating lush green grass on the whole of the island. My personal experience with Shoprite is they are, in my opinion, about the best store on the island for supporting local. We do everything we can to produce a really good quality product.
We supply Shoprite with only the best of what we produce. We know the traceability of every calf and mother. We grow all our own cereals and protein. The animals breathe the same air that we breathe. They're eating the grass that sort of is a part of the Isle of Man. The salt air, the fresh air, the wind, it's all making up the fabric of the animal. Supporting the island as a whole, we're a community and we're holding a community together. We have a natural resource in the land. We have food security here. We don't have to import food from around the world. It makes sense to me to know where the meat is produced. Shoprite are supporting the Isle of Man, and the Isle of Man should support Shoprite.